Hello, my lovelies. Today we're talking about a web series here on YouTube. It is called Rainbow High. There's also dolls made after these. I had a headache yesterday. It came up on my recommended because I've been looking more into like the doll collecting scene again. Because yes, I have way too many hobbies and doll collecting is another one. So the web series, we're going to talk about it without any further ado. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's jump into it. Roll the intro. Welcome back. Now, what are we talking about? What is Rainbow High? Rainbow High is a web series here on YouTube. It is run by MGA Entertainment, who also made Bratz and the Poopsie Surprise Horses. This is a line of dolls that they make called Rainbow High. And in the web series, it focuses around a core set of students in the first series. Sunny, Poppy, Ruby, Jade, Skyler, Bella. I think there's 6. And what they do is they go to this really prestigious school called Rainbow High, and it is about, the whole school is about fashion, makeup, them focusing on one thing that is really creative. It's a creative arts school. And one of the main pressures is if they fail this big semester project, they get cut from the school. They get sent packing. And this show, for kids, is surprisingly, it's all right. Like, I expected it to be kind of annoying, maybe, and it actually kind of wasn't, and it did a lot of things that surprised me. Let's go through all the characters. First, we have Ruby, who is a more edgy but sporty kind of girl. And her thing is the color red. Each one of these characters has like a specific color, and I'm going to be going in like red, orange, yellow, green, blue order. So Ruby is our red character. She is edgy but sporty. She makes custom sneakers and is a good friend to everyone. Now, Poppy is our orange character. Poppy, I think, is my favorite character out of the entire, like, core 6 first characters, because her thing is music, and it's like every single time I see a character that, like, loves music, I like that character. Like, take Musa from the Winx Club. Musa was my favorite Winx when I was a kid, and one of the things I really like what they did with Poppy is, like, her thing is music, and she's into making playlists, and sometimes that really consumes her. But the thing I really like the most about her is that they gave her synesthesia, I think it's called, where when a person with this condition, when they listen to music, they see the music, they see colors. And I figured that was like a really cool thing for them to kind of bring into the show with a character, because there's probably kids that grow up with this condition, and it's just cool for them to see a doll with them that has the same thing. Or like how in Monster High there was a doll that needed a wheelchair, and I thought that was really cool. Poppy comes from the beach, and she has this really cool style I like that has to do with butterflies, and butterflies have always been like one of my favorite animals as well. So I really like Poppy from her style to who she is. She's really sweet, she's really kind, but sometimes her and her making music can get the best of her, and I kind of relate to that when it comes to making playlists for specific characters. When I used to write fanfiction, I used to get like so sucked into making playlists for a specific character, and sometimes it would just wholly consume me. Sunny is a very cheery, happy character who is the yellow of the group. And her thing is animation. Now, one of the things about this school is that each character has a thing that they focus on, and that's literally what their thing is called. It's called their focus. Like textile focus, fashion focus, animation focus, so on and so forth. And that is what Sunny does. Sunny, she is like, of course, very sunny. She's very happy. She's always willing to welcome someone new into the group. She's always willing to make new friends. And in the beginning of the show, her and her bestie from childhood, Violet, come to Rainbow High together. And this causes a little bit of a rift between the two, between Violet and Sunny. And it's explored subtly through the show, and I really like that. Because each episode of this show focuses on like a pair of best friends within this bigger friend group, or it focuses on like a little storyline with this overarching storyline. This show has an overarching storyline, which I really like how this show has a storyline that doesn't just like end with one episode. You can't just like watch one episode and get the gist of it. You have to watch the whole like season, which is a creative marketing tactic, but I also like that they did this for a kids show. Because the overarching plot line is that they have this huge project at the end of the semester, and it's either make or break. If they fail this, they all get kicked out. They get kicked out, and that's it. They're gone from Rainbow High. And so they have this overarching storyline, but also there's like these mini storylines where you focus on either a pair or a single character in each episode. Now, back to the characters. We have Jade. Jade is the edgy, makeup-focused. She is less reserved. She's less willing to make friends with people like Sunny is. And a lot of people, when they saw this doll, they originally thought it was supposed to look like Billie Eilish, which, hang on, I actually own her. Here we have Jade. And as you can see, a lot of people thought, because she normally wears these shorts and a big baggy green jacket, but this is how I have her on my shelf in my bedroom. And this is what Jade looks like. And if you zoom in really close, you can see the dolls have like this shiny but shimmery like skin. And they also have these like crystallized acrylic inset eyes. And that actually changes with their series 3. But if you see the whole Billie Eilish thing, I really don't. But a lot of people thought that Jade is supposed to look like Billie Eilish. Now we get to Skyler, who is the blue of the group. She has a classy but casual style. She sports a nice jean jacket. And her focus is fashion, and sometimes she doubts her abilities to design high fashion. And that is something that we go through in an episode. Now we get to Violet. Violet, I think, is my least favorite character of the main group. She can sometimes be a pain. Now, Violet is, of course, her name indicates what her color is. It runs this channel called the Vi Life, and she has over 500,000 followers across all social media. She actually says this in the TV show. She says this. So, of course, she's social media focused when it comes to, like digital design and stuff. She's digital focused. And she is Sunny's best friend. And in the first episode, we learn that she doesn't want to room with Sunny. And this kind of causes a thing between the two. And she tells Sunny, well, you need to have more friends than just me. Go make some new friends. And so Sunny does. And this kind of puts something between the two, and it's resolved within like a couple episodes. But it's actually interesting that they set that part up with like best friends, getting apart in like high school. And I really liked that. Now we get to our last character, who is Bella. Bella is more of a classy, sophisticated type style, and it really reflects her personality. She's really hardworking. She really will do anything to achieve what she wants, and this actually causes her to break a rule in the show, and it causes a really big moment in this first season of the show is when Bella breaks this rule. She gets kicked out, and it's really actually really cool that they would do that. Is like they kicked out a character in the show, and I found that like, oh, whoa. Now, what are the things that surprised me? The animation style of this show is more of like a realistic type show. They worked with a lot of the other, like, this. I think they do the same I think MGA uses the same animation studio that they used for like the Poopsie Surprise and a lot of their other stuff that requires a TV show. One of the things that actually really surprised me about this show is that they included like the whole thing with Sunny and Violet. They included this cheating storyline where somebody's boyfriend actually cheats on them, and two best friends work things out. And there's a lot of like moments in this show that actually really surprised me for a kid's show. Like, this is supposed to be a kid's show to get kids to want to buy the dolls. Or in my case, you know, I just like to collect high fashion dolls. That's who I am. I started with Monster High when I was a kid, and it's continued. So, for a kid's show, this actually has really good pacing. It has lots of good moments. The characters are actually well defined by the end of the first season. You find out which characters you like, you find out which characters you don't really like. Each one has like their own distinct personality, and for these being 5-minute episodes, they're actually surprisingly well paced. These are surprisingly well-paced episodes for just 5 minutes long each. Some are like 6 minutes or to 7 minutes, but they're mostly like in the 5-minute range. The fashions in this show, plus the doll line, mock or parody other lines. That's kind of its bit with Rainbow High, is their whole thing is taking inspiration from like modern to past fashion and putting their own twist on it to kind of either parody it or to make a homage to it. Like, take this doll that I have right here. This is a Series 3 doll, and this is Cheryl Meyer. As you can tell, if the look does look familiar for you, she very clearly is supposed to reference Cher from Clueless with this iconic, like, yellow plaid look, which is kind of what inspired the makeup today. And you see from the difference from the skin is that it's this more matte skin, where the ones with Jade are like this shiny rainbow effect on their skin. And you can tell that with this outfit, it doesn't look exactly like Cher's. They've taken their own style on it. And I really, really like that they did this with, like, not only the skin tone, but how they will take a certain, like, iconic looks and take little bits from it or parody it, like with this one. And I really like how she turned out. So, in short, the show really reflects the quality of the dolls because buckles work, backpacks actually open. Like, these dolls are super, super, super defined. And they're super high quality. Towards, like, the one I just showed you, my yellow Cheryl Meyer. The quality gets substantially better with the doll line. And the show really does a good job of showing you, you know, the fashions, introducing you to the characters you might want. It's really well paced. You know, it's not like super, super good. Like, it's not something we haven't seen before with like Ever After High, which Ever After High is like God tier when it comes to kids shows based on a doll line to me. Monster High and Ever After High are just the top. So I kind of compared Rainbow High to these two God tier shows to me, which Ever After High probably is more above Monster High, even though I am a Monster High girl at heart, okay? But they each handle these issues really well that I really liked. And Rainbow High is like this. It's not bad. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. But it was an enjoyable watch. It wasn't bad. It was mid, okay? Let's just call it mid. It was mid. It was good to watch with my headache, and I actually legit gasped when this whole cheating storyline happened. I'm like, oh, they're doing this in a kid's show. Like, but I liked it. Drama. But let's be honest, it's a creative art school, and creative people can be very argumentative. So, argumentative? Argumentable? They are, creative people tend to argue quite a bit. I mean, look at the reason why there's an entire site of YouTube called Drama YouTube or Commentary YouTube, whatever you want to call it, the T. People tend to clash when they're creatives. There would have been probably a lot more arguing in this school if it was like based on like an actual school setting, but this show was an enjoyable watch. It was mid. Like, it wasn't incredible like God tier, but it wasn't terrible. It was a pretty good watch. It was good to watch when I had a migraine, so that's why I'm making this video today. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you feel like it, please hit the like button and maybe hit the subscribe button for shits and gigs, maybe, hey? We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by summer. We are now officially, I actually decided to look at my analytics because I hardly ever look at them. I looked at my analytics and we are actually 120 people away from hitting 2,000, which is mind-blowing and incredible. So if you could help me reach that goal, it would be great. Thank you so much. What are you guys' thoughts about Rainbow High? Do you collect dolls? I know you probably don't, but if there's any doll collectors in the community, let's talk about it in the comments. Do you have a favorite character? Have you watched this show? Let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye.